Super Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty.
Hi there.
Democracy. Our way of life.
Oh, hello.
But freedom doesn't come free.
No! Sweet liberty! No! Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free. Join!
Hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Joel Darkstar. I'm going to be playing Helldivers. You know, I'm just going to hope for the best and hope to do major damages. Don't mind the background. I'm listening to a streamer and having also my brother play Marvel Rivals with, in the same room with me. Sorry, I'm not playing Marvel Rivals today, so it's just going to be me doing Helldivers solo. Alright, so are we ready to do this? Right. Here's my sister Gabriella. She's just sitting there chilling around there, watching you all menacingly. Hope you guys enjoy. That's just my brother. Don't mind him. Oh boy.
Freedom's greetings. I'm Coretta Kelly. The Helldivers have deployed to the surface of Cyberscan, where they are engaged in fierce combat against the cyborgs and their automaton slaves. Cyberscan is the seat of the automaton and cyborg war machine. Its liberation could mark a turning point in the war against socialist terrorism. The
Hooray
cyborgs
for
defeated by the Helldivers at the end of the first.
Alright, let's make sure the chat stays as no unnecessary links. I don't want to see that. Annoying that people are putting unnecessary links. Yay! Alright. I so look good in this. I don't care what anyone says. Take it what you will with this armor. Ooh, siege breakers. I'm not interested in breaking these.
That's Liberty's latest.
I'm gonna use this just to troll. Boing, boing, boing. Let's bring on this incoming message. The failures? Did we say failures? Nah, man, no failures. Liberate 60. Right, radio, tweet said.
Cyberscan, the black heart of socialism.
Oh, sweet. We're gonna kill socialism? So down for that.
Initiating FTL jump to the Cyberstand system. Jump complete. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed.
I'm sure fire is going to be the idea. Everyone doing? Bullet!
Reloading! Got a sample. I'm on it.
Enemy tactical asset with objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Outpost cleared.
What is this new type of variant? I never
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Orbital inbound! Reloading! Spot outpost! Spotted!
I like to get some strategy.
Calling down a support weapon! Requesting tac pack!
Automaton outpost scrapped.
Drop ship! Reloading!
Objective critical stratagem available.
I ain't letting the clankers get me down.
Calling in reinforcements! Calling in reinforcements!
Nailed him! I did not take my option.
Requesting orbital strike! I got the terminal!
Enemy anti-air. Why did I not read the stats on this thing? I chose my stratagem poorly.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Harsh thing. Didn't think that one through. I didn't think I had to think that. Communist lover.
Reloading!
Automaton outpost scrapped.
I need that resupply. Sorry,
Throwing
my
supply
guy. I
beacon!
need it more than you.
Mag's empty!
What? Frickin' A!
Reinforcing!
SMH. No, I deserve that. For my strategy. Alright, appreciate that. What's up? Oh, no. Oh, it's a bank!
Orbital inbound!
Alright.
Got a sample! Calling in reinforcements!
Well, I'm not- ahead, friend.
Have been launched.
Helldivers never die!
Oh, she looks like a friend.
Requesting advance
Calling in orbital. Frick getting ass time.
Half reinforcement budget remaining.
Requesting orbital! Reporting to the front!
Oh, doing a dance off.
Extraction is imminent. Automaton outpost scrapped.
Rare sample acquired! Mag's empty! Pack inbound! Requesting advanced weaponry!
Mod outpost destroyed.
Injury? What injury?
Enemy tactical asset within threat range.
Requesting sentry!
No, not again.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Oh man, I can't believe survived all that.
Not today!
Oh. Frick you.
Fire in the hole!
Ow! Dang it, it got me good. Oh, sweet Huckleberry Hound, why?
Requesting objective equipment! Reloading the threat. Inbound. Dropping package.
I'm going back for my stuff. I worked hard for that. And by that I mean I use fed.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Mag's empty. Mag's empty. Reloading.
Yeah! No fear in my eyes. No strength on me. Helping the team out. Freaking hate flankers.
Reloading. Grenade! Knocked! Dropped him! Tagging map, east, 200 meters. Dropping a pin, northwest, 200 meters. Follow me!
I burned myself upon impact with that frick. Yeah, they come through. Oh, the humiliation. You are terrible. Zombie clanker. A worthless clanker like them did me in.
Requesting orbital! Reinforcing!
And we're back.
Point me to the enemy!
Automaton outpost destroyed.
Fabricator, southwest. 100 meters.
Nice.
Requesting orbital! Requesting orbital!
Up two.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
No duchy. I ain't going anywhere without my kit. It has all my memories. My time. Pay. gotta be kidding me.
Bots, northwest, 100 meters.
Yeah.
Drop ships!
Blocked off.
Requesting tac pack! Calling down a support weapon!
Deploying support weapon.
Eat this! Orbital inbound! Alpha 1! Clear the area! Reloading!
Can't leave that sample behind.
Calling in extraction!
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Activating jump pack! Calling down a support weapon! Requesting tac pack!
ETA T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Calling down a support weapon!
We didn't even get the purple. Come on, we need the purple sample. Pansies. You frickin' pansies! No ball! Whatever. Guess we're expecting.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Well, these guys brought that big ass ship down.
Going to flagging!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Reloading!
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20
I
seconds.
don't wanna die.
Extraction complete.
Okay.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Yeah! Not that heavy.
Another step towards the righteous reclamation of Cyberstan.
Good gains to your team, but oh, and now even Helldivers is suffering that connection issues. Like something's going on with the internet. Either it's an internet attack or maybe it's a server attack. It's not just because some people say it's something related to Cloudflare, and I don't even know if that's even true anymore. All I know is something's up, and it's like, oof. I'm having that message on Helldivers saying connection lost. The hell does that mean? My internet is fine. In fact, just earlier I had experienced trouble with YouTube, where it wouldn't even let me enjoy some videos. In fact, it was giving me lots of crap. Something must be going down. Leaflet's chat was also raving about it. And even though I'm already streaming, seems that currently I'm starting a new one. I did not know this. I care so much. I'm sorry, I was just watching another thing while doing this. And also making sure that the bots, if in case some stuff goes down, bot doesn't get deleted, because I am really annoyed with Twitch's bot system, to be honest with you. Every time I finish a stream, you don't even get to see my VODs after this. Yeah, once it's done, boom, it's like deleted. At least YouTube lets you keep the VODs, even if I have a beef with the YouTube. What? YouTube is a current. Memorandum non. See what I mean? The internet connection is so bad that I literally just got disconnected from stream, even though I'm still in it. Oi! What the flippin' frick? Whatever. I'm gonna be streaming anyway. I just had to check to make sure because I was actually curious about this. I'm glad I got to see it. I'm just not happy about it, even though my streaming average should be higher than that. But you know, whatever. It's nothing I can do about it. Disconnection means disconnection. Yeah, you're right, Noble. YouTube did went down an hour ago. I don't know what was going on. It's just, I don't know. Just some retarded stuff. Alright, I just want to check the kick. And see how that's doing. Oh, and also Noble, thank you for joining. Check the kick.
I think he has good range, and very good timing. I think the one. I think he has good range, and very good timing. I think the one. I think he has good range.
All right, I guess that's how it's gonna be with this weird server attack. I think it might get service lag. Because it's not just affecting Kick, Twitch, YouTube, it's affecting a lot of things, especially anything that is related to Clarifier. It does apparently. I don't really know, to be honest. Twitch, YouTube, it's affecting a lot of things, especially anything that is related to Clarifier. It does apparently. I don't really know, to be honest. Twitch, YouTube, especially anything that is related to Clarifier. It does apparently. I don't really know. Sorry for the echo. Sometimes when Kick gets played, it automatically plays in that. And honestly, that Kick, that echoing thing kind of annoys me. All right, let's continue on. Moving on. I'm just gonna go around.
With haste, Helldiver, our forces descend to battle the cyborgs in the streets of their homeworld. The fight to free Cyberstan is upon us.
Alright. We'll need some help.
Allied destroyer coordinates received.
Doing it. Hope for the best. I thought so too. No, but no, it's just gonna be help. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just gonna be you and me. Maybe Meta.
The galactic war waits for no one. Are you ready, Helldiver?
Oh yeah, don't mind that. That's just my rope. Failed to join the session tool. Oh, okay. Screw those guys. Find a new with blackjacks and hookers. Screw that. Who needs blackjack and hookers?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Lasers.
Orbit synchronized.
allegedly uploaded. Is this true, Noble? That YouTube shut down because of a possible war crime from these certain group people? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's just crazy.
Helldivers
I
to
have to find out
Hellpods.
if there's
Repeat.
actually
Helldivers
story.
to Hellpods.
I've actually watched possible war crime committed by them. Possibly. Although, to be honest, I just thought they were, Palestinian propaganda.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
This is it, Helldiver. Today you fight for a free cyber stand.
As they say, more than dirty business. And seriously, we forgot. Oh my god, we forgot.
Dropships!
Which one of you didn't?
Tagging map,
Really now, I'm
northwest,
fixing what I
100
got.
meters.
Go
Jetpack
get my
inbound!
And my forward. Frick. Okay, there.
Requesting
5
advanced
minutes left.
weaponry!
We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Oh man, they're hitting us with EMP. Oh. Oh boy. Oh no, they got a flyer.
Reinforcing!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to liberate.
That's what you get for expecting me to deal with you, you flanker. I hate Connie Clark.
Requesting orbital!
Oh, they got flanker! Woo! Oh, why did I wait to the fly instead? Where we get me from here?
Tagging map, south, 200 meters.
Okay.
Found something!
Oh, dead head. Genius, genius. I'm a frickin' genius.
Dropship! Found something! Calling down a support weapon! Autopilot spotted! Dropping a pin. West. 100 meters.
Probably follow the rest. Ah, dang it! They got me good. What the? Game closed up on me. Oh, no wonder. No, actually it didn't close up. I landed in the worst spot possible. I did not see that. I was too focused on one of the type. Ready to liberate! Oh boy. Got friends. No, you didn't see me.
Reloading!
Got rid of those bastards.
1 minute left. Destroyer preparing to
Less
leave.
disturbing you. Besides, I want to be a Citadel and smart say I own the thing. And it'll be an indoor thing. The indoor thing will do what I say. And he steps out of line, I'll put him in the box.
Requesting orbital strike!
Orbital strike incoming.
On outpost mark!
I don't know if that was with the southern accent, but I straight up and became a blanca.
Another triumph from
Oh, hell no.
May liberty guide your
How am I alive? Oh no. Oh, jeez. What's dancing here? Oh!
Extraction shuttle deployed. Reinforcement budget depleted. Enemy tactical asset within threat range.
armed! Clear the area!
ETA T-minus 2 minutes.
Oh, I hope this guy does not die. Don't die on me, dude. What are you doing? Don't stop. Keep going. Oh. Oh, he meant Jesus. Guess they just gave up. Nope.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Dang it, Nolo. Why do you send the best Twitter pic? Too adorable. Alright, crony. Cute.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
How is this guy still alive after this?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Showing the brave trooper.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone. Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
At least get
Extraction
purple.
complete. Pelican
Wait.
1 beginning ascent.
Someone's representing.
Soon, Cyberstan will be free once more.
Still there with me, Nolan? least he survived, thank goodness. Ugh.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. Keep it up, and pretty soon there won't be any bots left. Just manage democracy.
Sweet. Wait, did you say democracy? Ugh, gross, that's cringe. Hey, what was that? I'm wondering what happened to that. Did they get Noble? I will be upset if they got him. After all, bad actors have been rising lately. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. Noble, if you're still here, respond to me in any way. From the great beyond.
Freedom's greetings. I'm Coretta Kelly. The Helldivers have deployed to the surface of Cyberstan, where they are engaged in fierce combat against the cyborgs and their automaton slaves. Cyberstan is the seat of the
Well, waiting for his response. And rather see how good I am with these stratagem heroes. Ah, missed it! I missed it by a mile.
cyborgs. Up next, do cyborgs dream of a
Ah, yeah, you see, that's what I figured too, because it might have been, it might have been a pro-Palestinian one. And again, don't get me wrong, dude. I am not for either of them. If there's the only side we'll be taking, it's America. That's all we need to worry about. I don't blame you. I wouldn't be surprised either. I mean, if you think about it, remember when you showed me that message about who's running Discord right now? How compromised is that? And if you think about this, like, I mean, after all, big corpos like Google, Amazon have no problem selling your private information. I agree with you. Thanks, Susan. I mean, I probably shouldn't be mocking someone's death, but like, yeah. How bad has YouTube gone? Sucks that we kind of need it though. Not like we need it, but like I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's a site that many people, content creators and people who just want to watch videos, just go, if you know what I mean. I mean, that's the same with probably how people feel about Twitch and Kick. They want to go look up content, just, you know, just relax to it. Let's try some more spiders. Didn't even pass the first round. Dang it. She was. You know, I'll take your word for it, because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if she was definitely one of them. Oh, really? No, I don't want. Oh, there we go. Dang it! Again, I couldn't even pass the first round. Let's try this again. Oh, yes. Yes! Round 3. Let's do this. Oh, 832. That's a best score for me. Sweet. Noble, you could chalk up 800 and... Oh man, did I forget my own frickin' score already? No! Oh wait, I can always... I'm playing it on YouTube, so I can always watch it back. What's my score? Oh, 832. Okay, there we go. Noble, chalk that up. 832 is my best score in Strategy Hero. Alright, I think I have time for one more round of Helldivers.
Helldiver, take command of the galaxy's liberation.
Let's do a quick play.
The city was once...
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Bring some orbital strike rail cannons, and then frickin' laser, and the ever reliable stalwart.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods.
I don't feel comfortable using that thing. I don't feel good with that. Oh, it's a new guy. Great.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldivers.
I'm gonna go in there with 0 death. I'll be confident about this.
This is the nexus of the automaton war machine. Dismantle it, and the galaxy be freed of tyranny's chains.
Calling down a support weapon!
Alive.
Tagging that.
Whomper.
100 meters.
Can't fix stupid.
Calling in reinforcements! Mag's empty! Mag's empty!
Won't you die?
Requesting orbital!
Chainsaw dude. Fear my laser. Come on. We're supposed to get killed by
Reinforcing! To the sky!
Mod outpost destroyed.
Who's launching that? I got a railgun with your name on it. Show me where you are. Oh. Okay, now I see. Yeah, that, I can't deal with that. That's an artillery barrage.
Injury? What injury?
I'm gonna have to run towards pulling that artillery and blow them the frick up. Give me a second. I will. Okay, there we go. Someone's reinforcing you guys. Alright, there you go. See? Problem solved.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Oh, we can't leave the samples behind.
Got a sample. Not today!
Not like this. Oh man, I can't believe I survived all that.
Reloading!
Armor.
Reinforcing! Throwing grenade! Point me to the enemy.
Yeah! Nailed him.
Reloading! Activating jump pack.
Reinforcing. Dropship.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Sweet liberty, my arm! Eat this! Mag's empty. Reloading. Activating jump pack. Orbital inbound.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Right outpost.
Calling down supply.
Objective critical stratagem no longer available. Objective critical stratagem available. Automaton outpost scrapped. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Mag's empty. My life for Super Earth.
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Freedom.
Requesting orbital strike.
Reinforcing.
Oh, I went to the Hornet's nest.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Why? I thought that was a good idea to call my teammates.
Requesting air support.
Reinforcing.
Ow. Okay, that was dumb. Oh, did you do that?
injury! What injury?
Reinforcing!
Oh, that.
Dropship! Mag's empty!
Hellbomb arm! Clear the area!
To the sky!
Liberty dispatched.
Hell yeah. Sweet, beautiful Liberty. It's beautiful, man. Oh, the brutalizer. I ain't facing that alone.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Calling in a hellbomb! Calling in reinforcements! Hellbomb armed! Clear the area!
Man, that thing doesn't want to stop chasing me. At least I haven't died yet.
Reinforcing!
Oh. He's chasing me with a jetpack? Frick! Roroa, you promised your teenage jetpacks one day! Where was that promise? Oh, hell no. Oh, he dropped himself. That is hilarious. Alright, at least I don't have to worry about him for a while. One game glitch, I'm happy that that's in my favor.
Calling in orbital strike! Dropship! Calling in orbital strike!
You will never destroy our way of life!
Well, I'll have to do better than that. Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Frick! Finally died!
Reinforcement budget depleted.
Alright. Alright, you can make fun of me now. You may proceed to laugh at my expense.
Democracy has landed.
Calling down a support weapon!
Die, you commie clanker. I'm not gonna make it. Nope, gonna die. Totally dead. Yep. Fuck! You know what, lad? It's gone for me. Double your turn. Taking care about this if I die. I only took 2 lives. The whole team took almost the whole reinforcement. What the frick? Hey. We're so friends, buddies.
Calling down a support weapon. I got the terminal. Need to do something. It's off my arm. Calling down supplies.
Jabu, 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 jabu. Poor little one's getting beat by some big eel thing.
Mag's empty. Requesting air support.
4 seconds until we get at least additional reinforcement.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Oh wait, that's me. Oh, frick, that's me. Hey, but how come? One of you gotta be able to respond.
Calling in reinforcements.
Yay! I'm joining in. Oh, I kinda wish I wasn't joining in on that part.
Joining the fray. Backpack inbound.
Oh yeah. Throw my jackpack in there.
Freedom has prevailed. Now head to the extraction point.
What the? an AT-AT. So put up the snow speeder.
Reinforcement funding approved.
Calling in reinforcements!
Oh, come on. I can't be the only one left. Guys, one job. One job.
Dropship! Mag's empty!
Mission is 10 minutes remaining.
Oh, frick.
Throwing grenade!
Okay, that's 3. Dang it. Read that. Oh, I know you're laughing. Yeah. To be honest with you, I bet you're laughing.
Requesting orbital strike! Helldivers never die!
I know you're laughing. Can't believe I got done in by a commie clanker.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Calling in reinforcements!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Joining the fray! Requesting advanced weaponry! Last reload! New mag! Sending in an eagle! Throwing supply beacon!
Extraction is available.
Requesting air support!
I was like wondering what you looking at. Yeah, it's like still vibrating.
Sending in an eagle!
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Reinforcing! Fire in the hole! How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Goes again, Kick just decided to boot the out of
Proceed to Extraction when ready.
I mean, it's a good thing I said one more game, but call it.
Fire in the hole! New mag!
Bot outpost spotted.
Everyone's dead again. Why are you stopping, dude? Keep going. Run. Go to the inspection place if you have to.
Automaton outpost scrapped. Left. Liberty, speed your step, Helldiver. Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Calling in reinforcements!
Sweet Liberty!
I'm alive! Alright, let's do this right.
Requesting tac.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
Calling down objective equipment.
Activating jump pack!
Freedom forever!
Really?
Engaging terminal.
Damn commie clank. Those. Everything from me.
I got the terminal.
Everything.
Additional reinforcement funding approved. Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
To the enemy.
Extraction is available.
Democracy needs me.
Gotta get that good stretch going.
New mag.
Calling in extraction.
Just confirmed. Shuttle inbound. T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. Additional reinforcement funding approved.
Calling in reinforcements!
Oh, sweet. Calling in reinforcements. That means I'm back! That means back. And he's attacking.
Point me to the enemy.
Yeah, I could have done better with that.
ETA T-minus 1 minute. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone. Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
Freedom never sleeps!
Oh, that's mine.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning
Yeah,
ascent.
look. Captain O'Lantern. I mean, I'm glad I'm alive, but holy.
You have maintained our way of life.
Frickin' landmine. Alright. Truly acceptable. Sweet. Acceptable. Ribs. Northwoods Walleye Diner. Eh.
The existence of high casualty missions implies the existence of...
Oh, stream's running normal. Alright, that's easier. And Clytus. Alright. I think that's enough. Helldivers for one day. My brother, I say, frick off. Alright. So. Oh boy, thought we would have had a better luck in Helldivers. Apparently, that's not the case. I mean, at least we won. But it feels like hollow victories. I really wish we can play some more Rivals, my dude. But I rather play Marvel Rivals with a couple of friends than because Helldivers I don't mind playing with randos, but with Marvel Rivals, oh man, imagine playing. All right, here's how I feel about Marvel Rivals. I'm not exactly the most proficient Marvel Rivals player, but imagine me in a team of newbies who just probably installed against a team of 6 sweats. That is gonna be GG for me. Yeah. But maybe for the next stream I might play Marvel Rivals though. Let's see. All right, let's see. I want to. You thought I was playing Star Wars? That's so dope. Not gonna lie. You know, Helldivers does give me a lot of Star Wars vibes, so I don't blame you for thinking that. Especially since I'm going up against clankers. Wait, did you also saw the awesome thumbnail I had about my run for playing Helldivers? If you did, oh my god, you gotta check out this thumbnail. Hang on, let me pull it up for you. Oh, and while I'm at least doing that, I should at least put some. Let's see, what can I put? Let me put on a good theme for you. Yes, I do know the way. Ignore him. Or he not knows not what he's talking about. Now, you see this awesome thumbnail I have. Look how awesome that is. I gotta say, I look good in that armor. Not gonna lie, I think I look awesome. The AI does better artwork than me. I can't help but think I meant this kick-ass work. Although, I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually want to debate on AI and why she thinks UBI might be needed somewhere down the future, because let's face it, AI and automation is gonna be changing the norm. It's gonna get more advanced. See, Stalker. She's not against AI, but at the same time, well, at least when it comes to things like this, but when it comes to like ortho stuff, yeah. Because it's gone bad. I mean, imagine this though. I mean, you already see how corporals like to use cheap labor from some let's just say, not so well established nations. And then they also use AI. So you got not so well established nations like India. Pick up the phone and talk to you for tech support or anything. Any kind of support with hardly any good English. And meanwhile, if that's not enough, then you also got the fact that AI doing the voice calls. And apparently what corpos do is they purposely make AI give you a stressful time. In fact, just recently, my brother asked me to order something from Amazon. Amazon gave me a hell of a time trying to replace the items that get this stuff. Here's the funny thing: the package was empty, like literally nothing in the Amazon package. I saw it on camera. I saw it for a second there. Someone robbed it. Because we did have a porch pirate incident before. So I was thinking, oh my god, we got hit with another porch pirate. And it turns out it wasn't no porch pirate, thankfully, but it still doesn't change the fact that Amazon just sent us like an empty envelope, like empty envelopes with nothing. And it was just really infuriating. And when I wanted to talk to them about, can I please get a replacement? They were giving me a hard time about it. Ugh. It's not the good one. Hang on just a second. We're gonna be playing Gym Leader's theme. I think we should be playing the best one. Hell yeah. Alright, what was the thing? Okay, so, oh yeah, there we go. Amazon. So I went to go look up how to replace it, and I'm not gonna lie to you. When you go into Amazon, try to look around, see how to do returns or replacements. Okay, fine, they have the return. but they didn't give you like. They didn't give you any option to help you replace the item, or even help you explain what was the situation. As in, that when they delivered it, obviously they delivered an empty envelope, which they should have actually seen as the red flag. In fact, the picture of the Amazon guy when he delivers my package shows a flat envelope, not even a puffy looking, like the one I got today when I finally got my replacement. I spent the next few days throwing fits with Amazon, and they thought I was just gonna give this up, but no, I wasn't. I was determined to get a replacement on this item because my brother needed it. It was very important because he needed it to help our parents with car trouble. I finally managed to get one on Saturday, but I was actually happy that I stuck my guns out. And that's my point, is that Amazon, and it's not just Amazon, it's pretty much just any big corporate, purposely make it hard with both their AIs and their cheap labor services like Indian call centers to infuriate you to the point where they hope you give up and just, well, it's not worth trying to get my money back. They purposely want to do that. They just want to enrage you. Anyway, I'm not against AI. I'm not against businesses. I actually support businesses. Not corpos, though. I despise corpos, and I despise how they use AI and think that, we can get rid of the look gun. Hey, what's crazy is that there's guys out there that purposely it's just infuriating that at this point there are many corpos just flat out admit that they want an employee's market, and what that is, which I'm pretty sure you're aware of at this point, is just basically they want unemployment. And I mean, honestly, you've been knowing this for a while now. They want illegal immigration because, cheap labor. They don't want to pay people a high amount of money. I mean, it's easier to have cheap labor, right? Or free labor if you use the clanker. I mean, Amazon's already doing that. They're already automating because a few employees threw a bitch fit, wanted more money, and then Amazon's like, all right, well, time for automation. And all of a sudden they revved up the AI and automation system with the robots. I don't know if you saw that memeology video about the robots. That was hilarious, honestly. Dang, nah, I can't find that video. I mean, it's just only corporate media is talking about Amazon's automation, but like, you know, corporate media is not exactly a reliable source. Why would I want to trust them? Oh, this is a favorite of mine. So true, Noble. That is so true. They have purposely fed sensitive information to the AI. Actually, I saw apparently, I think it was in an open chat GPT where they leaked some kind of sensitive information. Again, I'm not against AI because it can be pretty useful for some things. But when it comes to like serious things like that, like oh, smoke, how do they let this happen? And also, I couldn't find the demonology video. I was really hoping to find that because I really thought that was awesome. Oh, actually, wait a moment. I think I remember showing it. Yeah. My stance towards AI depends on how, how it's being handled and how much artists throw a fit. Fair enough, fair enough. I think that's fair. Nah, I think that video got deleted. Dang, I wanted to find that video. This is a pretty good one. Yeah, didn't that a lewd artist that you're mentioning just now, didn't they like make very serious threats to someone? I don't know, was it towards Elon Musk or something? I remember they were making threats, like actual threats that they were hoping someone would probably carry it out. I remember you showed me a picture of that. You like made sure to record it just in time and then showed it on our Discord. And I could be wrong about this, but I think I remembered something like that. and you called them out on that, and then they suddenly deleted their. I don't know what the response was, but they were like, "Oh, I was just throwing a fit or something." Like that was their apparently flaw or something like that. Let's see, corporate. Oh, there's me. I think we're gonna be watching a video. Pulling the old. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what they were using as their defense against uh their words. Pulling the old. It was a joke. Yeah, you're right. Noble, they were totally joking with you. They did not mean to make threats to someone because they couldn't handle a discerning opinion. And Leaflet crashed. Dang. I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly do want to debate with Leaflet if she's willing. I doubt it because I'm kind of just there. But about like oh AI so badly. Really wish. Ooh,
Mel
Noble.
Gibson's been.
I think we should be watching this one. Mel Gibson tried to warn us something. Hang on, I gotta get this one going for us. I want to watch one video, then I'm gonna stop the stream there. I hope that's cool with you. Let me just get this rolling. The funniest part was the thing they were being baited by and account, so their psychotic rant was for nothing. Really now? So they were just getting baited, and they threw a psychotic rant over it. Man, major L right there. All right. Noel, I got a video for you from Moon. Mel Gibson tried to warn us. I want to know what he was trying to warn us about.
Trying to warn everyone about the elites for years, and in particular Hollywood itself.
Believe me, I did a lot of research on it. And according to all the research, it was way worse than that.
No matter how strong you are going to be affected by this place. And you'll resent it for a little while, then you have to let it go. Otherwise, you'll eat yourself alive here. And I think it takes that kind of cockroach resilience to survive in this town.
Yet, nobody listened. He was just made out to be a crazy man. But today...
Well, I mean, considering that South Park used to make fun of him, I'm not surprised that they made him out like that. I remember there was like videos about that too. Alright.
People are finally waking up to what he saw 20 years ago, and the message he gave us would eventually cost him his life.
You need a bat in the side of the head. If you get by a pack of it'll be your fault.
Yet, back in the 1980s, Gibson was so successful he was operating at a level where studios would greenlight whatever he wanted. In 1996, Braveheart swept the Oscars.
I'm not gonna lie though, even though it's not historically accurate, I still think The Patriot is like one of my favorite movies. And I really enjoyed it. It just gave me like oh my goodness. Noble, I think one day we're gonna have to play a game. Every time I use the word like, and this is just ironic too, we're gonna take a drink. I will drink water though. Oh man. Dropping the hard R's. Oof.
5 wins, including Best Picture and Best Director. Gibson stood on that stage and called himself a fiscal imbecile.
And they had no problem with giving the reins to a fiscal imbecile. You know, this takes real courage.
And everyone laughed because he made them all very rich. But if you were paying attention around then, there were signs he saw Hollywood very differently than most people who'd made it to his level. In 1998, Playboy did an interview, and buried in all the usual promotional stuff about whatever film he was selling, he said something that did raise some eyebrows. He talked about a producer, but he wouldn't name him, whose entire philosophy about women on film was this.
He says, women on film? Either naked or dead. Both is better.
Then he kept on going.
You know, I had a whole bunch of weird paranoid suspicions about what the hell was going on because there was a lot of stuff I couldn't understand.
Right.
And I formed a bunch of opinions about the town and about the people in it that were like, surely that couldn't be, because a whole place can't be like, you know, weird.
You know, the sad part is I can see his point because, like, I mean, just imagine when we were kids. Do you think we actually worried about all this creepy things that's been going on lately? Like the fact that 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 a group of very influential and powerful peoples, like Epstein, all gather in a small private island, do unspeakable, godless things there. That's all I'm going to say because if I say what I really want to say, and trust me, I really want to say it so badly, I probably would get nuked off this platform. And yeah, that's just basically it. The fact that our governments, corpos, anyone with a shred of power but no morality whatsoever. Well, to be fair, it's not even just those people. It's almost everyone. Anyone that caters to their horrible side, they're evil. Anyway,
town, you know, where the stranger wanders in and all the people are in the bar and they all shut up when he looks at them. And then you go away and you think, no, I was wrong. I mean, that's insane thinking. I'm paranoid. I imagined that stuff. And then you find out later on the track that you are exactly on track with a lot of this stuff.
They ask him about the social contract in Hollywood, and Gibson explains,
You can't get mad. You can't let it get you, because you have to make a deal with everyone else, and it's almost unspoken that you are going to be f***ed over at some point by people who you may have done something nice for.
He also tells a surreal story about meeting Christopher Walken on a New York rooftop, which he's obviously dramatizing, but if you don't take it at face value, it does tell you something about the almost otherworldly nature of Hollywood from the outsider's perspective.
No, he came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, hey, can I talk to you? And he said, sure. He floated in, sideways, through a crowd of people. He was wearing black. And it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk, but they glide. And he was a dancer, you know, so he has you know, graceful. And my assistant was there, and he left because he couldn't stand it anymore. The air had turned cold.
This was when Gibson was in the spotlight 24/7, and he was already letting on about some of the industry's practices. He was trying to articulate something that had remained unspoken. His reputation was very much a lovable rogue or a loose cannon, so nobody really paid attention at the time. He was also making everyone way too rich for them to bother with what he was saying in magazine interviews. But maybe he could see it more clearly because he wasn't made in Hollywood the way most people at his level were. He wasn't some Nepo or Hollywood adjacent. His family moved from New York to Australia when he was just 12 after his dad won a workplace injury settlement. He had no connections and no industry parents carefully managing his rise. He studied acting because his sister filled out the application without telling him. Then Mad Max turned him into a global star before he even learned how the system truly functioned. Mad Max came in clutch, and it happened in the most Mel Gibson way ever. He'd been in a bar fight the day before the interview he didn't even want to go.
you know, I think I've only watched Mad Max once in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you. What is up with the freaking stream? Oh my goodness. Did it crash?
To, and his
No,
face
it's
was all bruised and swollen. He looked like the perfect post-apocalyptic tough guy, and not long after, he got the job. Mad Max absolutely smashed the box office, and he became a star. Relocating to Hollywood was just the next logical step. So the peculiar thing here is that by the time he showed up in LA for the film Lethal Weapon, he was already famous. That matters because he didn't owe anyone. He didn't have to spend years figuring out which executives to flatter or when to shut up and smile. Most people who make it to Gibson's level learned early that you treat the industry.
Really? No, I did not know Mad Max was actually the inspiration for Kenshiro. Man, I want to watch Fist of the North Star again. It's good anime. This makes me lose a bit of respect for Pointless Hub. In hindsight, he reviewed one of Mel Gibson's movies, made light out of the fact that he was actually being chased by the Deep State. Really? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that video up. Maybe we could watch it when we do one of these kind of sessions. Thanks for the idea, bud.
Like a religion. You never forget that access requires submission. Gibson missed that entire education. But he did have some very real personal problems that began to unravel. His drinking is getting worse, his marriage is falling apart, his behavior is bordering on too eccentric, posing a risk for those around him. He also began making a name for himself as a homophobe and anti-Semite.
There we go. This is where South Park gathered their material to make fun of Mel Gibson. I guess him drinking excessively kind of made him the punching bag of jokes. Remember that South Park skit where Mel Gibson was all nude, apparently. Yeah. Twisting his nipples. Oh boy. Just because he was homophobic and anti-Semite.
After a series of drunk conversations. And then he decides he's going to make a movie that's basically designed to detonate.
Man, this is the face. This is the face when I see of Mel Gibson every time I watch The Patriot.
Every relationship he has in Hollywood. I'm of course talking about The Passion of the Christ. In 2002, he was planning a film about Jesus getting tortured, initially planning to shoot it entirely in Aramaic and Latin, dead languages that nobody can really understand. He didn't.
Not gonna lie to you, I've never watched Passion of the Christ. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get in touch with my Christian roots, and yet here I am. Never watched that movie in my life. And I remember Family Guy did an episode making fun of the sequel for Passion of the Christ. I mean, I know there was no actual sequel, but you know. Yes, I know. I am a heretic. Burn me at the stake, if you will. I know your emperor is a freaking heretic.
Even want subtitles for it. So he starts taking meetings, Fox, Universal, Warner Bros, Disney, every major studio, 7 in total, and none are interested whatsoever. Part of it is about the commercial concern, but there's something else making studios nervous before he's even shot a single frame. The Anti-Defamation League in America.
Oh, yes, the Anti-Defamation League. Very helpful. Oh man, I can't believe Mel Gibson would dare make a movie. Not as long as those guys are on the trail. The ADL, always reliable. They totally never screwed up anything in their lives. Never. Totally not.
American charity targeting anti-Semites gets hold of an early script and immediately starts raising the alarm. The national director of the Anti-Defamation League said, quote, "By all appearances, Mr. Gibson has moved ahead with his plans to base his film based on the traditional passion play narrative that blames Jews for the killing of Jesus. For those who will see..."
No, well, this is probably making the alarms in your head go off right now.
This film, the poisonous accusation that the Jews were responsible for the killing of Jesus will be unambiguous and clear.
Well, that's the thing though. In the book, it mentions a certain Jewish man and a Roman were gonna. Well, okay, not a book, the Bible. Sorry, first of all, it mentions them cooperating to take down the Son of God because they assumed he was just lying, and they just couldn't deal with someone like Jesus. So of course they crucified him and did horrible things to Jesus.
Gibson's already got baggage here. His father was a Holocaust denier, and when pressured he said that my dad taught me my faith and I believe what he taught me. The man never lied to me in his life. So the criticism starts building. New York Times critic Frank Rich questions whether the film could fuel anti-Semitism. Gibson's response? He tells the New Yorker, "I want to kill him. I want his intestines on a stick. I want to kill his dog." So this man is kind of losing control, and every studio's...
I mean, look, I'm not definitely not a fan of what's been going on right now, and I don't blame Mel Gibson for being upset, but saying you want to kill them probably is not a good look for you. No wonder why people thought he was cuckoo in the cabeza.
Watching it build into a PR nightmare. The funding dries up rapidly after that, and he practically becomes a laughingstock. He's putting his entire reputation in Hollywood on this movie. South Park then catches the zeitgeist with The Passion of the Jew. Stan and Kenny see the film, hate it, call it a snuff film, and track down Gibson for a refund. Their version of Gibson is completely unhinged.
Yeah,
a
here it is.
masochistic lunatic running around shooting guns and literally defecating on people. Gibson's response at the time was defiance. He self-finances the entire production, remortgaging property, coming up with $45 million out of his own pocket. If this bombs, he's then personally destroyed. So the film opens on Ash Wednesday 2004. Critics are split. There are massive protests outside theaters, but also massive lines of people wanting to see it. It then goes on to gross $83 million in its opening weekend, and goes on to make $612 million worldwide, the highest grossing R-rated film at the time. Gibson then personally...
You know what's sad? Probably 20 years ago, Noble. Back then, we were at least, I wouldn't say we are like our forefathers before us, like from 4 generations ago, but okay, there you go. I said it again. Man, we need to play that drinking game. Anyway, like 4 generations ago, they were the most religious people until I want to say I think World War I was the beginning when religion was starting to die. And anyway, 20 years ago, let's see, we were at least a little religious. I mean, I remember as a kid, I would at least um, try try to go to church with my parents. Not gonna lie, I didn't like it, but I actually now I find that more what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like I had a more of a community with them, at least when I was with them at the time. Heck, by the time I'm in high school, I actually went back to church and I had a pastor and everything. And at least we were more religious during then. But nowadays, it's like Christians are seen as like, eh, damn it, I said it again. Anyway, Christians are seen as the Antichrist. It's amazing too because Christians are supposed to be, well, more morality and more religious zealots, like not like frivolous, fervorous, but you know. And nowadays, when a Christian wants to practice their beliefs, it's seen as every isms in the book: racism, homophobic, sexism, probably at this point. I wouldn't be surprised.
walks away with somewhere between $400 and $475 million. So from the industry's perspective, he has now made one of the most profitable films in history, even after every major studio rejected it entirely on his own terms. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Gibson talked about how turbulent this was.
That was a crazy movie because it was a great movie, but it seemed like there was resistance to that movie.
Oh yeah, no, there was,
which I thought was very strange. There was like Hollywood resistance to that movie. Like people didn't like that you were making it. It seemed like.
Yeah, there was a lot of opposition to it.
I wonder why there was a lot of opposition to it.
I don't know.
I mean, Noble, you were the first to wake me up to this. The ones that control the banks.
I think if you ever hit on that subject matter, you're...
You know, considering that Stephen King has been acting like a total... I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. So I'll just say it. a total. Hmm, oh, oh yeah. Here's a word I could say. A total schlub. I agree with you. Thanks to guys like him, they turn religion into apparently devil worshiping, and it's amazing too because Christian are opposed to devils, but it's okay for other religions to practice their beliefs. I mean, I don't see any. Probably, nah. I doubt Jewish people could practice their beliefs. Most people these days don't like them as much as they don't like Christians. But Christians get more hate on, but no one, talks about that. Jews are second hated, but no one bats an eye when it comes to Islam. Like, oh, again, I keep saying it. One day, I'm gonna just get rid of that word out of my vocabulary. No one bats an eye when Muslims practice their faith. I got nothing against Muslims practicing their faith, but I hate it that there's a double standard when Christians want to practice it. And it's amazing because they have. I'm not saying they're totally identical because that's just ridiculous. I just think Christians are better. I mean, we built societies. Why do you think? Why do you think most European nations conquered the world? Anyway, they have some similar beliefs, just that Muslims take it to the extreme where Christians are actually pretty chill in a way, and yet you get the radical feminists that say, "Oh, these Christians are patriarchal," or you get the dumbasses that say it's all the other isms. Harvey Harvey Weinstein, along with his ilk, were rulers of the entertainment business. Yes, the most degenerate man, and with a name like that, proof of the chosen ones of their degeneracy. Moving on.
We're gonna get people going because,
of course,
it's big subject matter.
He even said how Hollywood was stunned by him walking around the system and scoring a massive hit without going through the usual channels.
And there was this kind of thing in the town. They said,
"Man did not give
did anyone
up
just see
when
that?
people were making fun of him.
Anyone just see what that guy
and did
did?
his own thing." Gotta respect
Can't let
that.
that guy do that again. Because it sort of walked around the entire system.
It was a well-received podcast because Gibson, for all his woes, came across as more down-to-earth than your average massive star. Comments observed that he was holding back on topics that people wouldn't be prepared to hear about. The passion ultimately took its toll on Gibson, and 2 years later, everything fell apart. In 2006, he got pulled over drunk in Malibu, and during the rest, he goes on this anti-Semitic rant at the deputy, which leaked. Gibson then apologized and admits he's an alcoholic, calling his behavior despicable. He pleaded no contest to Mr.
Alright. I mean, I hear this a lot. I honestly don't think people who drink and say they would never say any of this when sober. Yeah, when you're sober. The difference is what you're saying is actually your true self. Alcohol just breaks that wall, like that defensive wall you have built around yourself, where you suppress the things you really want to say. Like you would say it confidently. Like how shy people, they want to say what they really think, but they won't say it because they're timid as hell. I would know because I was one of those types of people. Well, someone who grabs liquid courage and ingests it, of course, the filters they put around themselves to make sure they don't say, certain things they probably would never normally say. yeah, that's ripped open like a band-aid, gone. So, sorry, Mel. That's really how you feel. Not gonna shame the guy. I'm just saying that that's what he's saying.
Misdemeanor DUI, received 3 years probation, and immediately pushed out carefully worded apologies through his publicist.
The court says the 53-year-old Gibson successfully completed terms of his 3-year probation. Gibson was arrested for driving drunk in Malibu in July of 2006, and during the arrest, the actor-director made derogatory comments about Jews and women, tried to escape, and repeatedly threatened the arresting deputy.
While also admitting to being an alcoholic for decades.
Because you're dealing with a sort of a malady of the soul, an obsession of the mind, and a physical allergy. And some people need a big tap on the shoulder. In my case, public humiliation on a global scale seems to be what was required.
But it was all just damage limitation, and the industry's response is instant and total. To everyone who criticized his views, this
That Family Guy skit. Oh boy, I remember that one. You're number 130. I can't say it.
DUI and his unsavory rant that accompanied it was just the smoking gun. Apocalypto, a film he directed and one of his best, was already in post-production, and its release was pushed back to avoid negative press. But after that, the upper echelons of Hollywood were closing ranks. Soon after, Ari Emanuel, one of the most powerful agents in the industry, publishes an open letter calling for everyone to boycott Gibson. Quote, Hollywood should not do business with Mel Gibson until he demonstrates a real understanding of the harm he has caused. Being drunk doesn't make you say things you don't believe. It makes you say things you already believe. If this industry looks the other way, it sends...
Moon's also reading the same thing I also thought. Yeah, I mean, that's just really what it is about liquor. And people who always use that, oh, I would never say that to you. Honestly, I think you would. It's just that you won't say it because, you always have the filter. Like, you're always thinking, oh man, maybe I should not say this. Again, I'm not blaming anyone for it. It's just that that's how I know what liquid courage does to people.
It's a message that success excuses hate. And then things got worse. In July of 2010, Mel Gibson then found himself at the center of another major scandal when audio recordings surfaced from a phone call with his then partner. In the recordings, Gibson makes an explicitly racist remark suggesting that if she was assaulted, it would be somehow her fault. In the same conversation, he's also heard threatening to burn down her house while she was inside of it. And apparently there were actually some 35 minutes of deranged phone calls that leaked to the press in total.
I don't work around in tight clothes. I stay at home for most of the time.
Public and it's an embarrassment to me. You look like a bitch on heat, and if you get by a pack of it'll be your fault. All right? Because you provoked it.
A reporter to the people that take fucking money from the wetbacks, okay?
You need a bat in the side of the head. All right? How about that? I'm threatening. I'll put you in a rose garden. You understand that? Because I'm capable of it. You understand?
The fact that she recorded all of this says a lot, and as the situation escalated, he was legally barred from coming near her or their daughter under a domestic violence related restraining order. Those 6 years of major scandals shattered Mel Gibson's career. Nobody would touch him. From 2006 to 2016, Mel Gibson appeared in one film called The Edge of Darkness, a film where he plays a man who discovers that powerful institutions are conspiring to cover up crimes, and he's the lone truth seeker willing to die to expose them. Whether intentional or not, it was a perfect mirror into how Gibson saw himself. Around that time, accusations of game playing surrounding Gibson's exile from Hollywood began to surface too. When
That is true. I kind of do now see why Hispanics and Latinos despise him. Interesting. Honestly, I really don't have that much gripes with him. I'm not saying I'm a Mel Gibson fan. I'm just saying that because I do enjoy some of the movies he's in, despite the fact that he's probably, for some people, a controversial figure. I really don't care. I like the art. I don't have to like the artist. You know that old saying.
Emanuel published a letter demanding that Gibson would be expelled from Hollywood, he was represented by Ed Lamato at ICM. So Emanuel's taking this principled stand while actually kneecapping a rival's agency's biggest star. In 2009, Lamato moves to William Morris, bringing Gibson with him and the agencies merge. Suddenly, Gibson is now Emanuel's client through that same veteran agent. So does Emanuel drop him on principle? No. He keeps him quietly on the books and nobody says anything about the contradiction until he was booted from the books again following the episode between him and his wife. While Gibson was slinking around the fringes of Hollywood, in 2007 Robert Downey Jr. stood up for him, and this was when things began to turn around.
I humbly ask that you join me unless you are completely without sin, in which case you picked the wrong industry. In forgiving my friend his trespasses, offering him the same clean slate you have me, and allowing him to continue his great and ongoing contribution to our collective art without shame.
Jodie Foster and Whoopi Goldberg also publicly defended him. Whoopi said that he spent many days with her kids and that he categorically wasn't racist.
But I know Mel, and I know he's not a racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. But I can't sit and say that he's a racist, having spent time with him in my house with my kids. I can't say it.
He was going through intense therapy at the time and seemed very keen to rehabilitate himself and his public image. But Robert Downey Jr.'s point hits on an extremely important point about the industry, bringing us right back to Gibson's own comments from 1998, involving the producer who wanted women either naked or dead. This is now widely suspected to refer to—
You know, it's actually funny. It's sad that there's these people that claim that they're on Mel Gibson's side, like Whoopi Goldberg was actually just spouting that all, but it's like lukewarm, and when he gets into so much hot water, like, you know, I'm gonna distance myself from the, like, you know, either fully commit or just say, nah, I'm just be a pansy, just say you're not associated with him in any way, like most people do when, you know, the person's radioactive.
To Harvey Weinstein 20 years before this became public. While the wheels are coming off Gibson's career, Weinstein is operating openly. Allegations followed him for years. People like Tarantino surrounded him. There were whispers at parties, jokes about it at award shows, and shockingly acknowledged behind closed doors, and yet nothing happened. Courtney Love makes a joke about him in 2005.
Do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood?
I'll get live with us. Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party in the Four Seasons downtown.
And this joke effectively blacklisted her from Hollywood. Weinstein kept working until 2017, until 80 women came forward. Rose McGowan helped expose his decades of abuse and was virtually blacklisted by Hollywood in the aftermath. But he's just one of many. Roman Polanski pleaded guilty to unlawful sex with a
Oh my goodness, Roman Polanski.
13-year-old in 1977, when he then fled the country. At the 2003 Oscars, 26 years later, he wins Best Director and gets a standing ovation.
Goes for Roman Polanski, for the pianist.
Woody Allen faces allegations from his adopted daughter. Court documents later show nearly 100 meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. But he's never left the big time and still regularly makes blockbusters. Filmmaker Bryan Singer faced multiple allegations and settled lawsuits, yet he kept on getting hired. Bohemian Rhapsody won 4 Oscars not long ago. The list is pretty much endless, and if anything, it gets worse the deeper you look. Victor Salva was convicted in 1988 for sexually abusing a 12-year-old. He served only 15 months. And then Hollywood kept on hiring him to direct children's movies. They kept separating art from artists when it's convenient. Dan Schneider, all these guys, which sends a very clear economic message. Employing problematic people is fine as long as they continue to serve the right ends. This isn't a game of whataboutery. Hollywood is a system where morals are relative. It's not about the severity of what you did, it's about how politically expensive it becomes to ignore it. Gibson's anti-Semitism and abuse, especially in an industry full of Jewish people, is unforgivable to many, and Robert Downey Jr.'s plea for mercy doesn't really erase that. But Hollywood didn't exile him because those things are morally worse than drugging and assaulting people, or fleeing the country after pleading guilty to raping a child. They exiled him because his scandals were loud, public, and impossible to spin. The industry is selective about who becomes the boogeyman, and that selection has nothing to do with who actually did the worst things. Gibson's redemption.
That man holding those two women's hands. Oh my goodness. Just no, I just can't say it.
Continued in 2016 when he released Hacksaw Ridge, a World War II film about a conscientious objector who saved 75 men without firing a weapon.
Really
it went on
like
to
that movie.
receive 6 Oscar nominations. It was independently financed with no major studios involved, but this time, instead of punishing him, they welcomed him back. Gibson appeared on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He called his past a rough patch, and he said that moment shouldn't define the rest of my life. The crowd cheered, others said it wasn't enough. Slowly the roles came back, like Get the Gringo, Fat Man, Bloodfather, and Daddy's Home 2, and Gibson's appearances were generally viewed positively even if they weren't anything like the massive titles he once starred in. Then, 2023, Gibson's name gets attached to The Sound of Freedom, a film about child trafficking, starred by the same guy who played Jesus in The Passion. Gibson was serving as executive producer and recorded a promotional video warning people about child trafficking. Originally, the film was acquired by 20th Century Fox, yet it was shelved after Disney acquired Fox in 2019. It had a budget of just some $15 million.
Disney shelved it. Maybe it's just my alarms going off, but Disney, do you want to answer why you decided to shelve an important topic about that?
And accusations that Hollywood was trying to blacklist came flooding in when it launched, with some saying that showings of popular cinema chains were cancelled or even sabotaged. The film itself leans heavily into the idea that influential people are involved in trafficking and the problem is just being covered up internationally, something Gibson has certainly alluded to over the years.
One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children.
Many scoffed at the notion that pedophile rings were being run by rich elites, but as Jeffrey Epstein's operation has come into the light, the flight logs, the witness testimony, connections to world leaders and billionaires, this conspiracy theory has just become a fact the establishment tried to ignore for years. Around the film's release, viral quotes started spreading about Gibson's conspiratorial view, claiming he exposed elites drinking children's blood, Andrew comb harvesting, and satanic rituals, QAnon-type stories. Every single quote attributed to Gibson is fake. They trace only to YourNewsWire.com, a notorious misinformation site. Maybe it's part of yet another smear campaign designed to muddy Gibson's rehabilitation and feed tabloid headlines to keep his reputation questionable. Or maybe it's a manifestation of him becoming a symbol onto which both sides of the culture war paint their narratives. To some, he's a martyred truth teller, to others, a cautionary tale of when mental health issues and anger take hold of someone. Either way, the fake quotes spread because they sound like what people already believe about him. That was South Park's parody too. They were saying Gibson made this very public monster out of himself. In reality, the truth behind Gibson's criticism of the establishment is probably more of a case of something simpler yet no less horrifying. The banality of evil. Thousands of people making small, cowardly decisions that add up to systemic abuse. Which is far more disturbing because it implicates everyone through their daily choices in supporting and protecting the industry. Unlike blood-drinking rituals, everyone is capable.
Actually, let me ask you this: since we are talking about like the people as a whole, and obviously most people in Hollywood are just, oh boy, just most of them are just downright evil. But let me ask you this, Noble, and anyone who's actually listening. We now have uncovered Epstein's files, and we know a lot of people on that list are generally bad. But the fact that our government isn't even going to prosecute most of these people, if any at all, heck, unless Trump was definitely on that list, like confirmed, like he definitely was a diddler, they would be all over that. They'd be all over it like bees on a flower that just pollinated. But no, because it is not Trump and it's actually their own group in their own inner circle of degenerates, evils, and scum. They dictate what they are going to be charged with. And the only thing they're going to be probably charged with is just subtle humiliation, that the fact that they got caught, but no jail sentence, no um, hardcore settlement for the victims involved, not even death row for them, which most of them who did the most worst definitely deserve it. And the worst part is, we, the citizens of our nations, who have to live with these fricks who are definitely, I'm just gonna go say it, definitely essaying innocent young people. We just have to sit back and just basically just acknowledge that, yeah, they did it, but we can't do anything. It's just ridiculous that our justice system is this fricked up. I love America, but I don't like that our government is operated like this. It just it's just sad that there's nothing we can really do. Like, me, I could just rage on about it, but really, what's that going to accomplish? It's not like it's going to protect anyone or give out justice. And it's not like when I watch the Arrow, and then Oliver goes ahead and just executes every horrible person that did unspeakable things to innocent people. There's no vigilantism. There's no justice. It's just disgusting, and it's sad that we we just go day to day, and just we're gonna have to live our lives, because honestly, there's really nothing we can do about it. Sorry, I felt like a black pill moment.
Given the right incentives. When asked at the Hacksaw Ridge press conference to describe Hollywood in one word, Gibson laughed. Just one word? Then he gave his answer: survival. He's right. Everyone's trying to survive, and survival means making calculations about who you can cross and who you can't. But Hollywood's evil operates on a different level altogether. It's not the deranged actions of a troubled man. It's structural, institutional. It's the sober, calculated decision to protect people for decades. So in the end, there are no heroes in the story, just different flavors of the same human capacity to harm people and justify it in the morning.
I think what Moon said actually is quite accurate about the human dichotomy. It's Despite the fact that there's so much degeneracy and evil, it's just there's just many different flavors in how each individual processes it. Some of us probably don't give a frick. Some of us are very passionate, but we realize there's nothing we can do. Then there's some of us who probably will take an extreme approach and want to try. And I say want to because if if they were able to do anything, something would have been done by now. But nothing. Man, that was a good video about from Moon. Gotta say, let's give this man a clap and a like. I want to keep going, but it's getting late for me, and I have to get going. Anyway, really want to say thank you for coming to the stream. Appreciate it, Noble, and thank you for anyone watching, tuning in. All right. Now that that's over, I'm just gonna get going. I'm gonna go get some rest. You all have a good night now.